King Jesus, King Jesus. Okay, hey, I wanted to talk about this lady, Latandra Ellington, 35-year-old lady, was found dead at the Lowell Correctional Institute in Ocala less than 2 weeks before she sent a letter to her aunt telling her aunt that she felt threatened and feared for her life while in Department of Correction custody. According to the letter that her attorneys, Darryl Parks and Ben Crump, have possession of. Now, I think this is a really egregious case because this lady literally was tortured to death by these white people. The world talks about that during the war in Iraq and Afghanistan under the Bush administration, that America was torturing war prisoners. Well, they doing more than torturing war prisoners. They tortured Americans here in America. If you're black, they're going to torture you. And they tortured a lady, this lady right here. They tortured her to death. It says that Latandra Ellington had weathered some of Lowell Correction Institute's harshest and most primitive realities and was just 7 months shy of her freedom and being reunited with her 4 young children. Can you imagine? Said, but on September 21st, Ellington wrote a chilling letter to her aunt, telling her aunt that she feared that she wouldn't make it out alive out of the prison. She said one of the officers at the prison, who she identified as Sergeant Q, had threatened to beat and kill her. She wrote, he was going to beat me to death and mess me like a dog, she wrote. He was all in my face. Sergeant Q, then he grabbed his radio and said he was going to bust me in my head with it. 10 days later, on October 1st, Ellington, 36, was dead. Corrections officer said Ellington, who had been serving a 22-month prison term for grand theft, was in solitary confinement, separated from the general population. At the same time of her death, because the agency had taken her family's concern about the alleged threat seriously. In other words, the only reason they found her dead is because her family notified them that she was in fear of her life, and the prison authorities then only went and looked and found her dead. Still, with no answers about how the death happened, the family hired an attorney and paid for a private autopsy. The autopsy, their lawyer said Monday, showed Ellington suffered blunt force trauma to her abdomen, consistent with being punched and kicked in the stomach. So can you imagine that you're a woman, a lady, and these creeps, these monsters, these white monsters, put you in handcuffs and then kick you in your stomach? What kind of torture is that? That's some real torture. These monsters, these devils, they should be burned alive. They really should. Now the report goes on and says that they were raping her and other inmates in the prison. I mean, what kind of torture is going on in America. And why is nobody complaining? Why won't the UN charge America with this? Why aren't other countries charging America with this brutality of torturing female prisoners? I mean, I'm outraged, and I don't know what to say. That's why I'm hiding from them folks. At 60 years old, I had survived enough times to know that all I could do now is hide. And I'm hiding from them because I know they want to kill me.